just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. I tell you, man. And the sad part about it is some of you Negroes ain't gonna learn. I just saw a trailer today. Popped up in my algorithm. And it was a trailer for this movie coming out with Taraji P Henson called What Men Want. Basically a hash up of the movie Senseless with Marlon Wayans. And she's playing this sports executive surrounded by nothing but white men. And you have a lot of people in this movie who are nothing but opportunists. Basically poking fun of the black community and your behavior. Now, I'm going to put the link to this trailer in the description box. But it has a lot of very different things in there that was disturbing to me. It didn't make me pissed off because you women support this shit. And it's directed by the people who made Girls Trip. You have Tracy Morgan in it. You have the clown that dated Ariana Grande that made fun of the veteran in it. Mark Cuban's in it. And we know what he just said a couple of days. European players play and learn basketball, but USA players just do nothing but something and make mixtapes. But you motherfuckers gonna support this shit. Now, at the end of the trailer, there's a young boy of the man that she picked up in a bar. But this was all after the fact that she took some white woman's word for it to meet this psychic that she heard about off Facebook. And she mixed up this tea and said that it had weed and something else in it and crack or whatever. And you're supposed to be a professional drinking tea with drugs. And this is what you like? She's sitting at a board table. The man throws a football. She dives over the damn table, catches it, her ass sticking all up in the air, the white man just looking. Or one of her main counterparts in the movie is this white man that's always around her. I guess they're going in her apartment building or something, and he's saying something about who is that. I guess her counterpart has to be gay. She said, I call him Captain Amazing or Mr. Fantastic or something. She spoke to the white man, and he didn't pay her a bit of fucking attention. And partly the reason why he probably didn't in that trailer is because she was standing with another white man. And then she gonna turn and ask him, what's wrong? Don't my ass look good enough in this? You know what? That's why men on YouTube and intellectuals have been saying for years about this type of shit. We can't stand up and defend you, and you doing this type of bull. They in the nightclub dancing. Somebody got a big old inflatable penis. Looked like it was pink. All of this is going on up in there. And when she's bedding the man, and she can hear everything he's saying, and then when they wake up in the morning, she looks, it's a boy, black boy, standing over the bedside, about 8 years old. He has her thongs on his head and said, I hope you don't mind if I borrowed your mask. And then he says, welcome to Wakanda. Making fun, poking fun at us of the black community. I first saw this trailer after the Golden Globes went off, but I hadn't had time to just share my thoughts on it. This is the most ridiculous damn thing I ever seen in my life. And I'm pretty sure more is going to come. But you women are the biggest consumers out here. So what are you going to do? You're going to make it make more money than Girls Trip did? Is that what you're going to do? Is this why you want that to be put up? You see, I've been putting my hands off with Taraji P Henson. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say, no, I didn't watch Empire. Yes, I watched Empire. I watched it up to the point where Gabrielle Sidibe got on there. And it was just the most disgusting things ever. Not just her on there having sex, but all the innuendos and men kissing men and all of that type of thing going on there. I am so tired of these movies elevating, trying to put these black women up there and talk about how great an actor and everything they are, and they ain't doing nothing but pining and whining over these white men. This is call it what it is. You would think that a person like her, if she is that smart, she would not have took that type of movie. This is some shit that's on Haddish's level. But then again, they're one and the same. Because Henson has always tried to make herself and dress herself up more. Ever since after Set It Off, that's what it's been. And you ladies sit up there and uphold this shit. I was talking to some young women at work. There was some temporary people, and they were talking. And they were asking me about some old stuff. And I told them I don't pay no attention to that. And I went on to give my thoughts about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and the rest. And they looked at me like I was from outer space. Like I didn't have any business saying that. And I said, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all don't want to listen. They said, you think you know everything. And I never said that. That's what you said. This lets me know that people that they haven't even sat around with real intellectuals. You know, there's a saying out there that I've heard many a times, and I was told that, you know, Hollywood writers couldn't make this shit up. They couldn't write this shit. Well, they just did. And truth be told, some of that activity in that movie is dead on point. And the reason why it's dead on point is because some of you chicks out here are playing right into their hand. Some of you are just the right hand to it. Some of you are actually the backbone. Some of you are actually the main frontal lobe for all of this bullshit. So when you sit up there and you see young girls being accosted and carrying on, you know the reason why. You can't pass the buck off on someone else. But I'm going to put the link to the trailer of this movie in the description box. You tell me what you think. Enough is enough. And as long as this type of thing goes on and nobody takes a stand, where's the SOS group? Where's the Black Girl Magic people? Where's all these so-called women's groups? Where is the white women sitting up there saying, why do they have that boy with panties on his head? That's signifying that his father isn't capable enough to have him in his own care. Because the boy come up in there and had the woman's panties on his head off a G-string. It is the most embarrassing, sickening thing I have ever seen in a long time. And if you go out there and watch that shit just to get a laugh, it's something wrong with you. You're sick. Especially after you watch the trailer. You're sick. If you want to laugh that hard, watch fucking Bugs Bunny. Go get the DVD where you can actually see Elmer Fudd blow Daffy Duck's mouth off or something. Why would you want to sit up there and laugh at black women being depicted like that? Or black, not just black women, black people, black culture. If you a man, you won't go support this shit. If you do, you're doing nothing but uplifting it, upholding whorish behavior and culture. She's on there trying to get acceptance from her white counterparts. Not just the men, but the women as well. Normally I would say, always be the goal that you want to hold. But with shit like this going on, how can you possibly be the goal that you want to hold and you support this type of crap? But you ain't got to take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. I'll holler at you.